up, y'all? Hey, and we are back for another Abbott Elementary recap, or should I say a special edition, y'all. We got a super cute little episode last night on the Sunday after the Oscars. Did y'all watch? The Oscars and Abbott, mind you. And I'm here just to tell you a little bit about it. Welcome back to AAB TV. Let's get into this recap. All right, y'all. So we start off with a little bit of a show and tell, and we have a super famous guest star who played himself, Mr. Bradley Cooper, and pretty much everybody was fangirling. There was a student who saw him, told him to come to class, Melissa's class, and she let everybody know. So everybody was, like I said, fangirling, like, do you know who you are? And shout out to Bradley Cooper because he had on a Cassius Clay classic jacket, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before, y'all. And if y'all don't know who Cassius Clay is Muhammad Ali. And if you didn't know, I live in Louisville, Kentucky, born and raised, which of course Muhammad Ali was too. So I thought that was a really cute. So basically, after we see Mr. Bradley Cooper and he says his hellos and his goodbyes, we find out that everybody is meeting in the library because Janine says that she has a special surprise for everyone, and she brings along two other ladies from the district, one being the chief of education or the chief educator, however you want to put it, to come and let them know that Abbott, or should I say Willard R. Abbott Elementary, is going to be designated as a historical landmark. And everybody's like, okay, that's cool, but why? And they get to talking about Mr. Willard, not really knowing his history, but then we soon find out the history. And Barb and Melissa is just like, okay, what's so special about it? Why is it that it has to happen now? And Ava is all about it. We all know she's all about the clout. She's thinking that they're gonna get some money for it. Janine's pretty much in it for the recognition, and she's super excited. She loves Abbott Elementary, and she just wanted to let everybody know that this was gonna be a big moment, and so they plan on celebrating it in the gym. So before the ceremony in the gym, again, we have them in the infamous lounge, and Janine is basically waiting for for some type of argument or some type of, lecture or some type of conversation from Barbara. But Barbara is like, I don't got nothing to say. But Janine was like, I know you got something to say. So again, her and Mel, or Melissa, they basically have a conversation with Janine like they don't really care about it. It's not really going to do anything for the school. Just because they have this recognition or this plaque, it doesn't mean that any of the changes are going to be made to Abbott like Janine is hoping. And like she basically is just doing the most and for no reason. But then Janine is just like, watch, you'll wait and see. And so we get to the gym. Everybody is celebrating. They got cupcakes and balloons. They got, of course, the camera crew there, and the teachers are pretty excited. They're excited about this moment for Janine as well. And so the chief of education and the other lady from the district introduce themselves. They bring up Janine for her speech, and in the midst of Janine's speech, there is a audience member, and he blurts out the fact that, or he blurts out some information about Willard R. Abbott, and everybody's like, oh, what? And then it comes out through him and this organization that he's a part of, the truth and the true history of Mr. Willard R. Abbott. And everybody is so shocked. Everybody is like, are you kidding me? Like, how come we didn't know this type of stuff? And the person, y'all, who blurted this information out, he don't really have a character name, but shout out to him to hear more. He's a comedian. He's worked with All Def Digital on YouTube. If you know who Kevin on Stage is, he's a really close friend of his. And I follow him, love him, been like following him for forever. So I'm so glad that it's his second appearance on Abbott Elementary. So shout out to hear more. So anyway, y'all, we found out this information about Mr. Willard or Abbott, and everybody, again, like I said, is shocked and confused. They're like, how do we not know this? Like, y'all didn't check y'all facts. Like, what is going on? This is embarrassing. And the lady from the district, well, one of them was like, yeah, we knew this, but I mean, what did you want us to do about it, basically? And everybody is basically having this conversation about how there's so many not so good people around Philly and around the world who have monuments and statues and schools and buildings named after them, and how we can't, how, you know, that is a part of history, but how we should really just like recognize the good people as well, men and women included. And so the district is just like, we're sorry, you know, we're not going to be able to give you this plaque. We're not going to be able to dedicate the school because we don't want no problems. And so now everybody's just up in arms, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then Ava is just like, what about my clout? What about my money? What about my bragging rights? And Janine's like, I got an idea. And then Ava is just like, yeah, whatever Janine says, she can do it. She's gonna be able to get it done. And so there's like I said, a whole conversation going back around and around and around about what's gonna happen now, because Janine is not taking no for an answer. We all know that. And so she decides that she's going to find somebody with the same name to dedicate this school after. So now that there is another plan to find another Willard in the mix to name the school after and dedicate the school after, and to get this, you know, prestigious, you know, historical plaque, Janine rounds up her amigos, Mr. Greg and Mr. Jacob. So they're all sitting around in the library, searching through names, trying to find someone with better qualities, better history, better reputation than the one that they have now, that the school is named after. But of course it has to be the same exact name. So they're searching and they're searching and they're searching, and in the midst of their conversation we learn that Janine is going to be having some new school program that she's going to be launching soon. They called it a library program, and it kind of piqued Greg's interest, and he was like, oh, okay, Janine, I see you. And so as they are talking and chit-chatting it up, Jacob decides to leave so he could go through some more articles, go look through some more books to find another Mr. Willard. And while he leaves, we learned that he basically did it on purpose to give Janine and Greg some one-on-one time, because he feels the vibes. And of course they were, you know, talking, and Greg, in his own little Gregory way, you know, was complimenting her and having their little jokes about each other back and forth, and letting her know that he was proud of her, and she looked like she seems as if she's really loving working for the district, and that he's proud of her. And so Jacob comes back and he's like, oh my gosh, he has this big idea that, you know, we've been searching for Willie, we've been searching for Billy, William, all of these things, let's search for Willie. So they decided to search for Willie, which of course is another, you know, nickname for Willard, and sometimes William. And they ended up finding a grandson of the Willard R. Abbott that the school was originally named after. And they seem to find nothing that has, you know, his grandfather's not so good reputation. So they decided to contact him. And this is where we get ceremony for the plaque number 2. So here we are, guys, towards the end of the episode, where we get ceremony number 2, as I said earlier, and we are seeing the new Willard, Mr. Willie, the grandson, and he's handsome, and everybody's just like checking him out. The 2 ladies from the district, you know, are questioning him because they're like, okay, this is round 2, we're trying to give y'all this plaque so we can get on out of here. And they come up to the Abbott teachers and Ava, and they basically let them know that he checks out. You know, they asked him a few questions. They don't think it's going to be any problems. Good choice. Glad that he was able to come and accept this honor so that Abbott could get this recognition, and Janine will feel a lot better about this whole situation. And so Everybody's ready. Ava goes up. She introduces him to get the speech. Oh, I forgot. And before that, of course, the Abbott teachers go up and they want to check him basically because they like, what questions did y'all ask? Y'all didn't ask this man what we wanted to know. So, they're throwing questions at him and he's answering them, to their liking. And so then that's when Ava comes up. She gives her speech. She introduces him and everybody's just like, yes, he's saying the right things. He's doing the right things. And then he starts throwing out some theories that got everybody puzzled. They got everybody looking around like, oh no. So it's like, on one hand, he's nothing like his grandfather, but he got a lot of stuff on his own. And all of these theories and all of these conspiracies that he's blurting out, we get a little bit about what's going on in the mind. So he got kids asking questions in the audience. He's got people clutching their pearls like, oh my God, here we go again. They even have the organization from the first ceremony in school. And they have them there. And, Ava basically told Tahir Moore's character, like, look, don't say nothing. And he basically seemed like he was okay until, Lil Willie start throwing stuff out. And he was looking like, see, I knew something was up with this guy, too. And so, the district people, they like, we're done. We're out of here. Bye. Janine's embarrassed. And Ava just decides to put on her glasses and blame it all on Janine as usual. And so everybody's just like, oh my gosh, we did it again. We still ain't gonna get this plaque. Until we go to the last part of the episode where Janine is coming in. She's sulking. She's looking upset. She's like, I can't believe it. And she sees Melissa and she sees Barb in the hallway. And she's telling them basically like, look, I don't want to hear nothing y'all got to say. I don't want to hear y'all I told you so's. I am already just like ticked off. I'm just in my mind, and I just can't deal right now. And so they ask her, why are you so pressed about this particular plaque? Like, why are you so up in arms about getting it? And she basically let them know, like, it's all about the validation that she needed and how important that she wanted everybody around them and in the district to know how important Abbott Elementary is, not only to her, but to them, to the community, to the people who used to go there. Like I said, she just wanted that validation that to prove, their worth. And Barb asked her a question. She asked Janine, but specifically to you, what do you like so much about it? What do you love so much about Abbott? And she tells her, her reasoning and why she loves Abbott and how, she doesn't get to be there all the time. And this was something that she wanted to do for them. Again, because it's important to her. She loves the school. She loves the students. She loves how they do what they do. She loves their little dysfunctional teacher, co-worker family. And she's just like, I just wanted to make a mark. I wanted for Abbott to be, important, for the district to recognize them, and Barb and Melissa let them know, like, look, you don't need to prove our worth to anybody. We know what we do. We know who we are. We teach, we love, we care for one another. We use what we got the best way that we know how to reach these students, to teach these students. And at the end of the day, if nobody else sees it, we see it, and that's all that matters. And so even though they thought that this speech was going to, end it all, and Janine was going to go home and feel better, she comes up with another plan, another idea, and she runs off, and she's like, I gotta go. So she's running to the lounge, and Greg and Jacob is sitting there having a discussion, and she's like, come on, y'all, let's go. We're gonna go look through some more Abbott Elementary archives. And then we see like this little montage of them looking through pictures, looking through books, and then she ends up having this cute little small I guess you could say presentation, if you will, in front of the teachers and some of the students. And it's a specific picture of some very important people to Abbott. And she gives this beautiful speech about history and how it is very important, even though a lot of people don't recognize certain parts of it or certain people in it. History is important, and we have to make sure that we are recognizing the big people, the little people that basically make a difference in this world, because without them, paving the way, we wouldn't be here where we are today. And specifically, they wouldn't be there teaching if it wasn't for these people. And so everybody loved it. Everybody congratulated her on just how she came up with this particular presentation, and she seemed very happy. And also to mention, an honorable mention in this episode, Mr. Johnson was so funny, talking about people trying to take his job, and then talking about how Janine and Greg couldn't spell certain words. Like, he just loves nitpicking and picking on people, but at the end of the day, he loves them, and they all love each other, you know. So as I always say, the moral of this is, you know, to do what you have, to do with what you have, and give your best and do your best, because you will make a difference. And you don't need people's validation to prove your worth or the worth of something. If it really, really means something important to you, do what you do with it, and give it your best, and the right people will recognize it, and they will understand it. And even if they don't, if it's important to you, it's important to you. So I hope I covered everything, y'all. I'm going to start calling this a riding around recaps, because I'm always in the car. This is my studio. And again, another cute little episode. I love this show so much. It's like such a breath of fresh air from other things that are on TV at the time. And since they showed it on a Sunday, do y'all think they're going to show another episode on Wednesday? Because if they do, then that's a double dose of everybody's favorite show, y'all. And I'm excited, and I will be back riding around recapping it again. But yeah, y'all, thank you for watching. As usual, you don't have to, but you do, and I appreciate you. And I will see y'all maybe Wednesday, maybe next week. We'll never know. But see y'all.